So I was a freshman at Tennessee State University. I had a good friend, Joy, and she's still a good friend of mine. And she was like, hey, have you noticed that Archie Carver guy? I said, that guy that sits behind me in biology? She said, yeah, he's cute. I said, let me check him out. So the next day I went and I looked and I went, yeah, you're right, he's cute. And then of course I went back to her, but you're dating someone else, so you need to let him be with me. How he was as a father, he was amazing.
My dad was, first and foremost, a big goofball.
He had a very infectious laugh. When he found something funny, he would get the case of the giggles.
He definitely was very good at disciplining us, but at the same time being fair and trying to teach us how life works.
For the most part, they just didn't want to disappoint him. And to this day, I think that's why they're so successful, because they still don't want to disappoint Daddy, even though he's not here. We found out we had just come from a family vacation in Florida. He kept getting an upset stomach, and that's when we found out he had terminal colon cancer that had metastasized to his liver. That's the hardest thing you ever want to hear, is your partner's doctor coming in saying, this is it. And I literally just walked out of the room and found a quiet spot, and I lost it. I lost it. So, yeah, that's hard. I remember Archie saying, make sure that policy is up to date and everything. And this is when he was still coherent and everything. I remember I'm like, oh wait, I've got to go and get that piece of paper. I remember them saying about the piece of paper, which is the freedom of choice. And Tiffany went with me to pick out things, the final choices that you have to make. I remember going into the funeral home.
And she was able to hand it to the funeral director, and they seemed to kind of know what to do from there.
You say, all right, thank you, ma'am, and everything is taken care of. And I just remember looking at my daughter going, that's it? No questions? It actually did what it was supposed to do at a moment that we needed it to work.
Our job is very important. It is so important because it's not an if, it's a when. And I was told when I first started, if you care about your people, you don't worry about your pocketbook. And AOAIL makes that very easy for us. Death comes for us all. It's our job to make sure that these families are financially prepared for it.
I think my husband would think right now that that was one of the most important decisions he ever made, and that freedom of choice certificate was everything that it was explained to us for him, because his biggest concern was to make sure his family was taken care of. So yes, I think he would be very happy. He's happy with y'all. He's doing a happy dance with you. A heavenly happy dance.